So hello champions, it's Todi here. Do you suck at League of Legends? Do you hate the ping sound? Are you too addicted to League of Legends that you can't give it up? Are you too deep into the League of Legends universe? Have you given Riot Games hundreds of dollars for skins only to get the dopamine rush of having something that your friends don't have? Are you a League of Legends veteran that has no idea what's happening in modern League? If you answered yes to any of these questions, the game I will be reviewing today is definitely for you. Today I'll be reviewing Legends of Runeterra. Legends of Runeterra is Riot Games' take on the card game genre in the post-Hearthstone success world. You might think that this is another money scheme that Riot is forced to create because of its father company, and you might be right, or not. I honestly have no idea. Set in the world of Runeterra, or how most people know it, the League of Legends world, Legends of Runeterra features some of your favorite champions, and some of the most hated ones. You know what they say, the hero of one is the villain for another. But it also features a lot of new characters created for the game, some of them being very creative and some of them not so much. Having that in mind, the artwork of a lot of the cards is high quality. Every foreign champion has a completely new artwork. Sadly, there are no animated cards in Legends of Runeterra. Golden cards, or however you want to call them, are called prismatic cards, which have a cool border around them and an annoying shine instead of animation. I honestly can't stand prismatic cards, but some people enjoy them, because they make them feel like they're once again 10 and opening Yu-Gi-Oh packs and getting another useless shiny card. The thing that distinguishes Legends of Runeterra from any other card game is the champions themselves. Each champion has two forms and can level up. When a champion levels up, there's a cool animation unique to every champion. Here are some examples of level up animation.
My true beauty.
Another thing that makes Legends of Runeterra stand out is how free to play it is, and I mean it. In Legends of Runeterra there are no packs, no loot boxes, no child gambling schemes. You only have your weekly vault that you can open once per week and gives you rewards for the amount of time you have played in the week. By just doing your daily quests every day you can get enough XP so that the weekly vault gives you a champion each time. There is also the reward system that lets you choose the faction that you want to get cards for. This makes it so even if you get cards from the weekly chest that are only for factions that you don't play, you can still target a specific faction. XP is what you get by winning, losing, by doing your daily quests. XP is what makes you level up in the reward tree and the weekly vault. At the moment there are 8 regions that you can play as. You can use the cards from 2 regions at a time. The regions are as follows. Bilgewater is the pirate region, where you can find your favorite pirates, sea monsters and old friends. Demacia, your classical faction full of good guy stuff, knights, dragons and beyblades. Further, the faction that has all the cold ice magic, wild animals and the person with the biggest heart. Ionia, the faction that is full of ninjas, harmony and annoying spells. Noxus, the faction that represents the Empire of Noxus and is all about strength, murder, deceit and executions. Piltover Zone, the faction that features the good sides of technological progress but also the bad sides and the ugly ones. Shadow Isles, the faction that is all about ghosts, death, destruction and dead things. Targon, the faction that is all about the cosmos, the sun, the moon and about dragons. A lot of dragons. Shurima, the faction added with the latest expansion that features your favorite bootleg Egyptian gods and is all about the desert and demigods. Because of the number of different champions, you can't oversimplify the playstyle of every faction. But if I had to do it, it would go as follows. Aggro, Aggro, Control, Support for Aggro, Aggro, Support for Aggro and also Aggro, Aggro, I don't have a clue, Aggro. Sadly, because the game is relatively new, there aren't as much playable archetypes as in other games. An example of this is how creative the community is with deck creation. From Iron 4 to around Silver 1 you will be playing against 3 decks at most, and those 3 decks will be at the top of the meta snapshot. As you reach higher rank there will be more diverse decks and there will be also more skilled players. Low rank players tend to mindlessly net deck without having any idea how to play their decks. High rank players tend to play not as famous decks, but they compensate with their skill. As As far as gameplay goes, Legends of Runeterra has a unique mechanic where players switch between attacker and defender. There are some cards that can be played without giving your opponent a chance to react. They are called Focus and Burst spells. The game might seem hard to understand at start because of the many keywords, but after you get the hang of it, it's relatively simple. It's a bloody card game. It's not so hard to understand. The game modes that you can play outside of standard play must be noted. For instance, you have the WAP. In the WAP you have a couple of game modes. One of them is a game mode that has different rules each week. The other thing that you can play in the WAP is the 2v2 mode, which is quite entertaining when you play with a friend. And there is also the WAP of Legends, which is your PvE mode, in which you make your deck better with every win. But you may say, we've seen a lot of different PvE modes in a lot of card games. What makes the one in Legends of Runeterra unique? In Legends of Runeterra you can only play PvE and still get the thorough arts of playing PvP. That's because you can complete all your quests and get all of your win bonuses from the WAP. You also have your arena mod that is called Expedition. You get 2 arena runs per ticket token, but sadly the rewards got nerfed a while back, so it's only worth if you use the token from your weekly chest. You also have the Gauntlet, that is a limited time competitive mod with unique deck building rules. By being in the top 300 players in the Gauntlet mod, or by being in the top 700 in the ranked mod, you can play in a tournament with a prize pool of $20,000. You can also play challenges, which are scenarios in which you are limited to what you can play and have for a goal to teach you how to play the game or interact with some specific cards. In the end of the day, the game mod that is the crown jewel is ranked mod. If you're bad at League of Legends but still want to get some kind of achievement to give you an artificial meaning in life, ranked mod in Legends of Runeterra is the game mod for you. Getting high rank in Legends of Runeterra is not a question of skill. It's a question of how much time are you willing to spend hurting yourself trying to squeeze a little bit of LP to get to the next rank by playing brain dead meta decks. As far as cosmetics goes, you have emotes, boards, guardians and card backs. Emotes are quite fun because a lot of them are memes. By far my favorites are White Knight Town Kench and Leonardo DiCaprio Vladimir. There are a lot of boards from which to choose from. Guardians act as your player character, so you can choose one that represents you the most. There's a stable amount of card backs you can get by just staying free to play, but sadly most of them are not very creative. All of the cosmetics can be ignored completely if you don't like them or have no money. I have no money. That's the reason I don't have any of them. Overall, Legends of Runeterra is a great card game. Its free-to-play model is the most free-to-play from any card game I have played. The only criticism I have is that there are a lot of archetypes that are almost unplayable at certain times. The different game modes give you the ability to choose how you want to build your collection. I give Legends of Runeterra a solid 9 out of 10 dead teamos. You can play Legends of Runeterra from your PC, Android and iOS. I hope to see you next time, and bye bye.